Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. This was... Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining us this year for Decoupled Days 2019. How'd you all like the conference? All right, thank you so much. So I want to close here with just a couple of remarks, and I'd like to recognize our organizing team as well at the end. But first, let's take care of a couple of housekeeping items. At 5 o'clock promptly, a little bit afterwards probably, but at 5 o'clock promptly, this space is now closed. So if you have any items that you've left in any of the rooms, or if you have any items hanging around, please make sure to grab those, as we will not be able to let you back into the space after we leave this evening. Alrighty. With that, let's go into our sponsors. First and foremost, thank you to our diamond sponsor, Amazy Labs, for your support. Thank you. Our diamond sponsor, MyPlanet, thank you so much for supporting Decoupled Days. Also, Pantheon, the website operations platform, thank you for your support. Third and Grove, thank you so much for your support this year. And our gold sponsors. By the way, how many of you had a chance to talk with some of our sponsors and visit with them and learn about some of what they're working on? Yeah. Some pretty cool stuff happening out there in the exhibit hall, right? So next I'd like to recognize our gold sponsors. Thank you so much to Gatsby JS for your gold sponsorship. Also to 4 Kitchens, the web chefs that make big websites. Thank you for your support as well as a gold sponsor. Srijan Technologies out of India, thank you so much as well for your support as a gold sponsor. And Netlify, thank you so much for your sponsorship this year as well as a gold sponsor. And finally, last but not least, our friends DDEV out of Colorado, thank you so much for your support this year. And our silver sponsors, thank you to Amazy.io, Accelerant, Lullabot, MediaCurrent, Palantir.net, Phase 2, and Genero for your contributions this year. Alrighty, and also our bronze sponsors, a huge fond thank you to Acquia, Cheppers, and OpenStory, as well as our media sponsor, The Weekly Drop, and our supporting partner, Open Collective. Thank you. Alrighty, so now it's time to take a bit of a look back, but also look forward to what's happening this evening at the Ace Hotel New York. We are going to be having our official post-conference party this evening from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Liberty Hall space in Ace Hotel New York. That's on 29th Street and Broadway. One note, there will be food provided at the location. Please feel free to eat a light dinner if you'd like, but there will be plenty of food available also at the party venue. There will be also vegetarian food available as well, which is something that we wanted to note at this time. One thing that we will be doing as well is offering an open bar for at least part of the party for those of you who would like to partake. And the easiest way to get to the party is to tack on with one of our organizers potentially, or to hop on the train, B or D train, down to 34th Street Herald Square, and it's only a few blocks away from there. By the way, one note, we do have some extra shirts still out there at the registration table, so please feel free to pick one up if you would like to take another one home.
Preston, do they need their badge at the party?
Please bring your badges to the party as well. We won't be enforcing necessarily entry. We do understand a lot of you have +1s, a lot of you have folks you'd like to bring along. Please feel free to bring those folks along, but we will be asking that each party have a badge when they come into the party. Alrighty, as always, no matter where we are as a group, as a community, we are abiding by the DrupalCon Code of Conduct, and this does include the official party tonight. Just because we are leaving our conference venue officially does not mean that our Code of Conduct is out of effect. We do not tolerate any bullying or harassment of any member of the Decoupled Days community. Our organizers will all be wearing badges with black lanyards tonight. if you see or witness a code of conduct violation, or you are a victim of any kind of demeaning, bullying, derogatory, or discriminatory behavior, please alert one of us with the Black Lanyards immediately, and we will address the matter right away. Alrighty, so let's take a look at our Decoupled Days conference this year. What happened? What were some of the facts? Well, the great news is that we had speakers from all over the world come to New York City this year. Speakers came from as far away as Brazil, Hungary, India, Mexico, Romania, South Africa, Spain, Switzerland, Ukraine, and the United Kingdom. Let's give a big round of applause to our speakers.
And Taiwan.
And Taiwan as well. Thank you, John. Our sponsors came from, that was not an exhaustive list, by the way. I was making this list about 5 minutes ago, and on about 2 hours of sleep, so I do apologize if I left your country off the list. Our sponsors and our supporters came from as far away as Canada, very far, many, many, many miles away, Hungary, India, Japan, Romania, and Switzerland. Thank you to our sponsors. Let's give them a round of applause one more time. And of course, thank you to all of you, the attendees, the participants, the wonderful people, the wonderful guests who have come. Without all of you, this conference wouldn't have happened. So I want to say that we had attendees come from every single one of these places, and we thank you all for being here this year at Decoupled Days. Thank you. I know what you're wondering. Yes, 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 yes. All sessions were recorded. Videos of sessions are going to be available within a couple of weeks on the Decoupled Days YouTube channel, as well as embedded on the website. So please feel free to subscribe to our Decoupled Days YouTube channel. You can also find all of the videos from our sessions from 2017 and 2018 on that YouTube channel. I want to recognize an individual who has been behind the scenes, running around all over the place, back and forth between the rooms, and keeping track of all of our AV. Kevin Thull, could you please stand up and be recognized? Thank you, Kevin. And also I'd like to recognize Mark Casillas for assisting with editing and also managing session video uploads in our YouTube channel. Thank you, Mark. Alrighty, a couple of notes to close out. How did we do in terms of diversity and inclusion this year? As many of you know, diversity and inclusion is a very important value of ours at Decoupled Days, and we strive every year to be better with each iteration that we undertake. So in 2019, Decoupled Days devoted more than 35% of accepted sessions to members of underrepresented groups, and more than 10% of the total accepted session pool to first-time speakers. This is an increase from last year when we devoted 25% of accepted speakers to underrepresented groups or first-time speakers. Based on feedback, we've split out those two metrics and are measuring them separately now, and we're very happy to present some of the results of what we've done this year. So in 2019, out of 42 sessions that were accepted, we had 25 sessions, that's 42.8% accepted from members of underrepresented groups. That's a phenomenal number. And of those 25 accepted sessions, we had 16% of them from first-time speakers, and we had actually 5 sessions out of the total accepted session pool, that's 12% approximately, accepted from first-time speakers. This is a big increase. This is about the same number that we had last year, but we're tracking first-time speakers separately. Alrighty, what about people this year who were, oops, I think I might have, okay, I left out a slide here, my apologies. So how do we do in terms of actual presentations? Well, unfortunately, because of several consular issues and cancellations and various issues, we did not actually have truly 42.8% of our sessions presented by members of underrepresented groups. We had to replace some sessions at the last minute, but we did actually hit our target this year in both acceptances and presentations. We had 35.7, just barely, of our final session count from underrepresented groups. And that's a phenomenal number, and we're going to work on doing even better next year. Now, what about some of our next steps next year? We have several issues that we have already called out as an organization, and we want to be fully transparent and solicit your feedback, get your thoughts on how we did this year with regards to diversity and inclusion. We know that there's a lot of room to improve. First and foremost, one of the things that we noted this year, anecdotally, not empirically, is we did have a drop in the number of female-identified speakers this year. This is not something that we wanted to see. And next year, we are going to commit to tracking female-identified speakers separately so that we can ensure that we have a really good representation of women next year at Decoupled Days. Secondly, we just agreed, just 5 minutes ago as a group, because we hit our target this year, we're going to increase the proportion of accepted sessions devoted to underrepresented groups to 45% next year. This is an achievable goal, and we will make this happen. Also, last year, we did receive a great deal of feedback. Thank you to the Drupal Diversity Inclusion team for calling us out. We did receive a lot of feedback about the diversity of our own organizing team, the folks making this event happen. We recognize that organizing teams need to represent the diversity of the communities that they are serving. So this year, we worked really hard to reach out to folks that we knew who could be interested in organizing, really made an effort, and we are very proud to announce that we have had an increase in diversity in our organizing team this year. We did conduct outreach to diversity inclusion organizations. Unfortunately, one thing we did slip on, and we are sorry about this, was we did not have time to have diversity tickets available for those who are receiving scholarships or things of that nature. So we are going to keep on reaching out to diversity inclusion organizations, continue partnering with them as we move forward, and make this conference even better next year. And also, once again, this is table stakes, I know, but just like this year, just like here at John Jay, we're going to commit to our next venue, no matter where it is, being fully accessible, having all gender restrooms, and having lactation rooms available, as well as other services for our attendees. Thank you for that. Alrighty, last but not least, I would like to recognize all of our organizers and volunteers, some of whom are not able to be here today, some of whom might be out still helping clean up and do loadout. Can I ask that all of the organizers come up to the stage here and be recognized by the audience? So, and as you can see, not all of us are here. Some of us, unfortunately, had to cancel their trips the last minute or weren't able to make it. But we are so grateful to Brian Asnar, Mark Casillas, Matt Davis, Nicole Davison, Mark Ransomday, Bob Kepford, Nicole Mabry, me, and Jeff. I'm not really that important. And Jeff Tomlinson. As well as, I'd also like to make sure that we recognize someone who really helped us this year, stepped up to the plate when we really needed it. Balazs Yanostatar, thank you so much for your help. Also, thank you to one of our esteemed contributors, Joe Tower, who helped us this year with a lot of the work that we had to do, and want to recognize him as well. Thank you, Joe. But this is a labor of love. This is a conference that we have spent a lot of our time on, and I always get emotional at this point of the conference because I think we all recognize how amazing this experience was, not only for all of you, but also for all of us. This is an amazing experience that we will always share. And we'd like to invite you to take part in this experience and maybe see if you can help us with our efforts next year, regardless of whatever you might be interested in helping us with. So please feel free to reach out to us at decoupleddays@gmail.com about joining our organizing team. We would really love to have you and have your support. Alrighty, some feedback in future. We're going to announce the 2020 venue at some point before the end of 2019. That was a really badly written bullet item. I'm very sorry about that. Also, just like last year, we are going to send out a survey to everyone who came to attend the conference. We're going to send out a survey to speakers and sponsors asking for feedback this year. Some of the things that we'd love to hear about, both tonight at the party or if we have conversations separately, or over email if you'd like to send us an email at decoupleddays@gmail.com, is what did we do well this year? What can we do better next year? And what would you like to see happen next year as part of this conference? With that, it's 5 o'clock. Thank you all so much for coming. This was Decoupled Days. We were so glad that you all came and took part at this wonderful conference in the Big Apple, New York City. And see you next year. Thank you.
See you tonight.